a reset, an energy reset. You're in good hands. So we'll start in mountain. We won't be getting into the crow for a little while. We're doing a pretty powerful vinyasa flow tonight. I'm going to throw a couple of vinyasas at you and then we'll thread it all together. So go ahead and get into mountain, hands open. Let's start nice and strong, rolling the shoulders back. 3 cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing the muscles in the face to soften. Shoulders starting to melt away from each ears. And allowing the breath to assume its natural rhythm through the nose, in and out. Running through a body scan from head to toe, getting a sense of the mood of the body, the rhythm of the breath, and areas of tightness or comfort. The sounds, the smells, and the temperature of the space around us. Inhaling, we lift our arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do 4 more like that. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, palms together. Maybe even following the hands with our gaze. Starting to connect our breath with our movements. And on the next one, we're going to start adding in some chairs. Sinking down. And then rising all the way up. Going to the rhythm of our breath. Finding a position for the feet, maybe widening them if you need. Coming up on the toes this time if you like. And we continue to flow. Three more. Holding this one down in chair. Good. Tucking the pelvis under. Good. Engaging the abdomen, checking down. Can we see the toes? Maybe drawing the shins back a little bit. Rolling the shoulders back, checking our posture. Seeing if we can lift the toes off the mat. Sinking a little bit lower. And go ahead and slide back forward, forward, fold. Holding here, grabbing the inside of our elbows, swaying left to right. Starting to feel the back of the legs warming up. Allowing the head to hang heavy. Maybe exaggerating the pedaling of the knees so that you sway side to side beyond the knee. Back to center. Inhale, we swoop all the way up. Exhale, come into chair. Sweeping all the way up. Forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Sweeping all the way up. Hands to heart. And we'll repeat that. Coming up on the toes at any time you like. Swan dive forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale forward. All the way up. Hands to heart. Repeating both of those. Chair. Swan dive. Inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale forward. And do one more. Keep going. Inhale halfway. All the way up. Come into a chair. Good. Swinging the arms up. Exhale, rotating. Arms are parallel to the floor. Inhale, sweeping up. Arms are parallel to the floor, opposite side. Continue this. Inhale up. Holding that chair. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale up. Opposite side. Continue. Starting to feel the legs light up. Activating the Ujjayi breath. Maintaining our balance. One more. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, forward, fold all the way up. Sweeping together. Come into a chair. All the way up. Hands to heart. One more time. Chair. All the way up. Swan dive forward. Halfway. Forward fold. All the way up. Hands to heart. Coming to the top of our mat. So we're going to keep that vinyasa going, but this time we're going to add in stepping back into plank, chaturanga, cobra, down dog, stepping back. Right? Taking a breath in between. Sweeping the arms up. Swan dive forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Planting the hands, stepping, floating, or hopping back into plank. Down into chaturanga, so the elbows come into our sides, trying to hold for that breath. Lowering all the way down. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, lower. Curling the toes all the way up into plank. Down dog. Hold here. We'll pedal out the first couple, taking a moment, getting our alignment and resetting. One more breath here. Good. Stepping, jumping, or floating to the top of our mat. Inhale, we sweep our arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in. And we'll repeat that a few more times. Inhale up. Swan dive forward. Planting the hands, stepping, floating or hopping back. Down to chaturanga. Keeping the elbows into the sides. Flatten the feet. Cobra. Exhale down. Pressing all the way up. Kneeling plank or full plank. Down dog. And pedal it out for 3 breaths. Floating, jumping, or walking the feet up. Inhale, you got it. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in between. Press the palms together. Shoulders down. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale. Plant the hands, step, float, or hop back. Curling the elbows forward, tucking them in, all the way down to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, we lower, coming up into a plank or kneeling plank. Down dog. 2 breaths. Good. Floating our way back to the top of the mat. Inhaling all the way up. Hands to heart. Deep breath in between. We repeat. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Plant the hands, finding our way to plank, chaturanga, cobra, or upward facing dog, whatever suits you. Listening to the lower back, finding our way back to plank, and then down dog. One breath in between. Floating our way back to the top. All the way up, no break in between here. Inhaling, hands to heart. We repeat. Slow on back. Halfway. Finding your breath, finding your flow. Plank, chaturanga, cobra, upward facing. Plank and down dog. Pedal it out. And we'll do 2 more with a good flow, no breaks in between, finding our way to the top of the mat. Finding your flow, making your way through the motions. Back to the top of the mat when you're ready. Finding your flow. Let's do 1 more. All the way to the top. Taking a breath anytime you need. Resetting. And hang out here in down dog. Nice. Paddle or find stillness, whatever you feel suits you best in this moment. On the next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg off the mat and bring the right knee into the right elbow. Extend the right leg back. Lower it. Repeating on the opposite side, lifting the left leg. Left knee to left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. And we'll repeat this sequence, changing legs. Again, moving to our breath. Pressing into the heel. A little bit deeper each time. Extending the leg a bit higher. Option to hold down dog at any time or come into child's pose as needed. Trying to keep the hips square to the mat. 1 more on each side. ahead and lower all the way down to child's pose. Walking the hands out. Shifting or finding stillness. Chance to give the wrists a bit of a break. Go ahead and make fists, rolling the fists inwards, stretching out the wrists and the back of the arms. Inhale, we come back to tabletop. Exhale, down dog. We're going to continue with our vinyasa. Adding in a few more poses, this time a crow pose. And once again, floating, walking, or hopping all the way to the top of our mat. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. Exhale, nice heart. We're going to add a crow pose at the bottom here this time. So inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway. Forward fold. Oh, we lower down. Grabbing onto our block if we want to put our toes on top of it. Planting our hands, so we're in our malasana squat. Bring the toes to some point behind us, together on top of the block. Maybe a little bit better for our first one today. We might do a few crows. We'll see how we go. Tucking the knees all the way up as high as you can on the arms. Lowering the head, finding a gaze. And when you feel stable enough, go ahead and start lifting one foot off, maybe both. Engaging the core. Challenging yourself today. Two more breaths. And then shooting the legs back. Ooh, or walking back into our plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra. Exhale back down. Plank. Down dog. And let's walk all the way back to the top of the mat. Good job. Inhale, we float our way up. Exhale, hands to heart. That was fun. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, float down. Halfway. Exhale. Walking back into our plank or hopping. Chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra. Exhale, down. Good job. Floating, walking, or whatever. Get to the top of the mat. Good. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath in between. Good. Adding in our chair again this time. So inhale up. Exhale, chair. Inhale up. Exhale, this time stepping all the way back into warrior. Let's hold warrior two. Good. Check our balance. Check the positioning of our hips. Arms are floating back down, away from the ears. Good, steady balance between our legs. Feet are firmly planted. Let's reach back into reverse warrior. Rotating the front hand. Few breaths here to open up the side body. Side angle, so come on over onto the forearm and reach in the upper hand up or behind the back if that feels more comfortable. Floating the hands all the way back down, coming into plank and our vinyasa. Chaturanga, upward facing or cobra. Down dog. Take a breath. Good. Back to the top of our mats. Vinyasa. Hands to heart. All the way up. Chair. Up we go. Stepping back. Warrior two again. Other side. Nice. Again, checking in with the shoulders, the pelvis. The glutes are engaged. Can we see our toes beyond our knee? Good. And firm grounding of our feet. Few breaths in each pose. And then inhale, we come back into reverse warrior. Opening up the right side body. Coming over into side angle. Keeping the glutes engaged, pressing the pelvis forward. Reaching the arm up to the sky or behind the back. And we'll windmill the arms back down to the floor, plank. Good, chaturanga. Upward facing or cobra. Down dog. Deep breath in between. All the way back to the top. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking a breath here. Inhale, sweep up. Chair. Holding, reaching up. Again, parallel to the floor, rotate. Inhale. Parallel, opposite direction. All the way up. Forward fold. Plank vinyasa. Good. Reaching the right leg all the way off the mat. Stepping all the way through. Crescent lunge. Reaching up. Picking up on the balls of the left foot. Gentle back bend. Finding our drishti. Checking in with the breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, plank vinyasa. Meeting back in down dog. Good. Lifting the left foot off the ground this time. Inhale. Exhale, step through. Warrior one. Crescent lunge. Sorry. Pressing the back leg back, flexing the quadricep, lifting the knee. Opening up the chest and the abdomen. Inhale. Exhale, we forward fold, plank vinyasa. And down. Good job. Pedal it out. Inhale, lifting the right leg off the mat. Bending at the knee, rotating the hips open, stacking the knee on top of the hip. Looking underneath the left armpit. Calm strength. Rotating the hips back to center, stepping all the way through. This time, let's do warrior one. So planting that back foot. Good, warrior two. Reverse warrior, flipping the hand, gazing up towards it. Breathe into the side body. Coming down with the forearm onto the thigh, reaching the top arm over the head this time. Feeling the elongation between the left foot and our left hand. And go ahead and windmill the arms down, plank. Vinyasa optional. Listening to our bodies. And down, down. Taking a couple of breaths in between to pedal it out. We reset between sides. Inhaling, lifting the left foot off the mat. Bending at the knee, rotating the hips open, looking underneath the right armpit. Checking in with the sensations. Good. Pivoting back to center, stepping all the way through. Warrior one. Floating the arms parallel to the floor, warrior two. Raising over the front hand. Checking in with the pelvis, making sure we're not sticking our butts out. Reverse warrior, flipping the hand. Come all the way back. Maybe pressing a little bit deeper into the lunge. Side angle, forearm comes down to the thigh. This time reaching the hand over the head as possible, bringing it behind the back as needed. Keeping the right butt engaged, pressing the pelvis forward. And we windmill the hands back down to plank. Stepping back, chaturanga optional of course. And to our vinyasa. And down, down. Nice. And let's go ahead and lower down into child's pose, bringing the knees outwards this time. And maybe even bringing our hands behind the back just to get off of the hands, giving the wrists a break. On the next inhale, we'll bring our knees back underneath us. Come into all fours, curling the toes, down dog. Good. Now we're going to float through a few more vinyasas, stringing everything together. So go ahead and lift the right leg off the mat. Inhale, bending at the knee, rotate open. This time, rotating back, bringing the right knee to the left wrist, crossing the body underneath. Let's repeat that, rotate open, coming across the body, right knee to left wrist. Extend, bend and rotate. Coming into our plank, right knee to left elbow. Let's do two more. And then when you're ready, step on through. Crescent lunge, all the way up. When you get there, and let's go ahead and inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, we lower, finding a float for the arms as you desire. Maybe you bring them into your heart center. 3 more. Holding this next one down, rotating the torso, coming into a prayer. Nice, pressing the left elbow into the right thigh. Strong legs, pressing the hands together, looking up beyond the right elbow. Lifting the left knee with the thigh muscles engaged. Opening the arms wide, reaching up and down. Inhale, back down, plank, vinyasa flow as desired. Down dog. 2 breaths in between. Inhale, lifting the left leg off the ground. Rotating at the hips, opening up. And then rotate back, come across the body, left knee to right arm. Extend back, rotate. All the way back into your plank, left knee, right arm. Finding your flow. Gentle rotation of the spine. Finding your strength. And then this next one, step all the way through. Crescent lunge. We're finding our stability to start. Even balance of the legs. Lifting all the way up, pressing the front leg. Exhale, we sink down. Inhale up. Exhale, we lower. Good, working that front leg. Holding this next one down, and prayer twist. Gentle rotation, pressing the right arm into the left thigh, looking up beyond the left elbow as possible. Opening the arms high and low. Reaching as if we're holding the whole world in our arms. Good. Floating all the way back to plank. Vinyasa. Good. Give it 2 petals, 2 breaths. And we'll come all the way back up to the top of our mats. Good. Inhaling, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Oh, let's check in with the breath and the heart. Deep breath in between. Good. Inhale, we rise up on the toes. Exhale, coming into the chair. Repeat. Holding here in chair. Once again, prayer twist. Keeping the hips forward facing. Driving the elbow into the thigh. Gazing up beyond the elbow. Gentle twist of the lower back. Breathing the spine long. elongating the torso. Inhale back to center, holding the chair. Holding the chair. Tucking the pelvis under a little bit, not letting the butt stick out too far. Hands to heart. Practice opposite direction. Keeping the hips forward facing. I am strong. I am determined. I am powerful. Inhale back to center. All the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Oh, shake that out. Good. Let's come into a floating tree. Good. Let's start by bringing our right knee off the ground. Good. Opening it up. And let's just do a few hip circles. Opposite foot, lifting, circling around. Good. Let's switch feet, alternating, gentle hip circles. This time, let's hold on a diagonal and maybe tuck the leg in. Good. Wherever it falls naturally. Float in arms all the way up. Let's find big, tall tree branches, palms facing forward. Glutes are engaged. We're actively pressing the right knee away. Floating all the way into warrior three. So extending that right leg back. Bring the arms parallel to the floor. Keeping the hips rotated so that they're square to the mat. So draw that right hip back down. Flexing the foot. Bringing our arms to our sides, behind us. Whatever works best for your lower back. And let's crunch in. Bring the elbows to the knee. And extend back out. Bring the elbows in. And extend. 2 more. Lowering our arms down, standing split. Oh, yay for that. Breathing the left leg long as we extend the right leg as high up as we can. Keeping the pelvis and the hips square to the mat. Tucking the chin into the chest. Good. Float the foot all the way back down to the mat. Warrior one. Oh, hooray. Walk the left foot out as needed. Warrior two. Good. Finding our stability and grounding. Shoulders are away from the ears. Reverse warrior. Palm up. Side angle. Breathing the side body long, reaching with the right hand. Let's do a reverse triangle. Inhaling, straightening the front leg. Still looking up at the palm. And triangle pose, come on forward. Holding in the pose, staying in the side body, keeping the glutes engaged. Bending the left knee, windmilling forward, whoop, plank, and down dog. Vinyasa if you'd like, I'm sorry. I skipped right through it. Well done, you guys. Good. Float, walk, or hop the feet back to the top of the mat, taking a sip of water as needed. Yes. And we reset. Good. Let's do the other leg. So we're coming back. This time with our left leg coming out on an angle, bringing the foot in wherever it will go naturally. Good. Let's press our hands all the way up over our heads, keeping our left and right hemispheres together, connecting them, creating some gray matter. I don't know about you, but I feel I lost a few brain cells today. Actively pressing the left knee away as we engage the glutes. Palm strength, like a tree blowing in the breeze. And coming into warrior three, so extending the left leg back, bringing our hands forward or on our hips or behind, whichever suits you best. Keeping our hips square to the mat, bending the right leg as needed. And then go ahead and crunch in, and then float back up. Good job. And then allow the hands to come down to the mat. Floating the left leg up. Oh, yay. Allowing the chin to fall to the chest. Keeping the hips square to the mat. Pressing the left foot back. Good. And let's float the foot back down to the mat. Warrior one. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up. Warrior two, floating the arms back parallel to the floor. Gazing over the right hand. Checking in with the breath. Rotating the front palm, reverse warrior. Inhaling back, pressing into the lunge, lifting the torso. Good. Side angle, coming all the way over onto the forearm, reaching the arm above the body or beyond the head. Straightening the front leg, reverse triangle. And triangle, windmill forward, inhaling. Reaching up, allowing the right hand to meet the right leg or the floor, wherever is most comfortable. And however provides stability. Keeping the glutes engaged, reaching tall. Building the side body, left hip. Great, bending the right knee, Coming back into our lunge, windmilling, hands down, plank, vinyasa, optional. I won't cheat this time. Good. Down dog. Paddle it out. Check in with the vibrations in the body, sensations, the heart rate, the breath. Let's lower down onto the knees, child's pose. Rocking or finding stillness, whatever you desire. Option to do one more crow pose. If you feel you want a little bit of a challenge, we draw ourselves up on the inhale. Curling the toes in, tucking the arms into elbows, the armpits, and finding our inversion. Even if all you're doing is trying to kick the feet up, that's all right, that's strengthening. And we're still building. Keeping our hands wide, our abs are tight and engaged. We're focused. I am focused. Onto your butts. Good. Wiggle the wrists out. And before we lower down, let's hold a boat. We're going to do some boats and hollow holds. Let's come all the way up into a boat hold, a V-sit, or bending at the knees. If you need to shorten the lever, that's totally fine. Getting ourselves onto the sit bones, the sacrum. Good. We're going to lower down halfway into our hollow hold and exhale back up. Good. Inhale, lower. Exhale back up. Option to hold one or the other. Option to add that dynamic movement. Combining the two. Use the breath to power the motion. Whoa! Let's go for two more. Good job, good job. One more. Good, all the way down, lower down. Reach the arms and legs. Oh, arch the lower back. Deep breaths in, feeling the abdomen. Yay. And we reset. Bringing our arms back down to our sides, bringing the feet in towards the glutes, 90 degrees, pressing up into a bridge, lifting on the inhale, squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Exhale, we lower the glutes back down to the mat. Floating up, driving through the feet and the shoulders, and then floating back down, finding your flow. Option to get the arms involved as well. Floating the arms up as the hips come back down to the mat. Taking your time, adding in some box breathing if you'd like. finding a calm, meditative rhythm for the breath and the mind. Option to hold a bridge, option to come into a shoulder stand, or option to come into a plow, or maybe you want to try all three, up to you. Using the hands on your back, extending up if you so desire. It's been a while since we've done a shoulder stand, getting the abs engaged, steadying the mind, the breath, the body. Playing with it if you'd like to do a tree pose, butterfly, and finding your way into plow if you'd like, extending the feet beyond the head. Finding your block if you'd like to put your toes on it, that's fine. Taking a few moments to play around in these poses, stretching out as the body needs, finding flexibility or stability. Three more breaths playing around, however suits best. And then we'll all meet back up, hugging the knees into the chest. And then go ahead and cross the legs over one another, finding ourselves into a twist. Lowering the knees to one side of the mat. Extending the arms outwards or over the head. And focusing on the breath. Inhaling, coming back to center, untwisting the legs, crossing them over the other way. And then go ahead and lower them down to the opposite side. Again, finding a position for the arms as suits. Noticing any different sensations in this side of the body. Enjoying this moment of having stopped. And on the next inhale, we'll bring our legs back to center. Go ahead and hug them in one more time, rocking side to side. Any final movements before we come into our Shavasana? I'm going to do a little affirmation with you here tonight. Wiggling the ankles around, And then floating our way back down to the mat, either onto your sides, on your back, or on your front, whichever you prefer. For our final resting pose, I'm going to read to you 50 affirmation words. And I welcome you to repeat them in your minds as I go through them in I am statements, such as I am strong. And you'll repeat after me in your minds. These 55 words are describing who we are at the core of our being, which is an incredible tool for when our inner critic is overreacting and we've lost touch with who we truly are. Every word that we repeat is imprinted on our minds and bodies. So perhaps you'll notice a specific word or two that resonate more with you tonight, so we'll remember those words from the list. Maybe we'll even write them down and reflect on them later. So again, repeating each word and statement after me in your mind, planting new seeds in the garden of our minds, and imprinting power and positivity into the fabric of our being. I am peaceful. I am open. I am free. I am loving. I am present. I am happy. I am patient. I am motivated. I am a leader. I am worthy. I am abundant. I am enough. I am fulfilled. I am grateful. I am lovable. I am kind. I am healthy. I am strong. I am optimistic. I am energetic. I am authentic. I am forgiving. I am fearless. I am honest. I am friendly. I am resourceful. I am creative. I am trustworthy. I am committed. I am respectful. I am vibrant. I am fun. I am funny. I am loyal. I am passionate. I am adventurous. I am playful. I am spontaneous. I am curious and helpful. I'm a visionary. I am flexible. I am good. I am graceful. I am humble. I am insightful. I am joyful. I am wise. I am brilliant. I am proactive. I am altruistic. I am powerful. I am reliable. And I am brave. We take a moment to allow these words to actualize in our hearts, to imprint on our bodies. Perhaps as we write down and reflect on a few of these words later on today or through the coming days. Perhaps we even want to genuinely compliment somebody on the strengths within them that we also see, reminding them that they too are enough. Taking a moment to give thanks for the opportunity to practice together tonight, to remember how amazing we are, and to congratulate ourselves for getting to the mat and making time for ourselves. When you're ready, go ahead and wiggle the feet and the hands, coming back to the senses around us, curling up into a little ball, pressing ourselves up, and taking on the evening ahead.